We had some technical difficulties, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I won't have to wing it at any point. So first, I'm going to give you a quick overview of the day. First, I'm going to be talking about... Okay. First, I'm going to be talking about regional food hubs, both the definition that we've come to as well as a couple examples. Then I'm going to go into the regional food hub network, the vision that we've created, structure and membership of this network, and then potential functions that the network can provide for its regional food hub members. And then I'm going to go into a mapping study that we did as a first step in sort of an implementation plan to show existing regional food hubs and also target strategic outreach areas for potential other hubs that could join in. And then finally go into implementation. So before I dive into all this, I wanted to get a sense of who is all here today. Not just for myself, because we did the invites together, but for all of you so that you get a sense of who else is in the room. So just by a show of hands, who here is a producer, a grower? Okay, great. Distributors? All the distributors are here, all the growers are here. Market or regional food hub managers? Great. Retailer, food service? Anybody with one? So that last step before the customer is oh, okay.
Hey Charles, you can't raise your hand for everything.
You know, if you're a jack of all trades, that's fine.
Got two very busy guys today. Dale raises his hand every other time.
How about researchers and advocates? Okay, that's a good group right there. And finally, government. Great. So, coming from all these different perspectives, it actually looks like we have a really good mix today, which is really exciting. And I think that we're all here because everyone here from these different segments of the food chain really want to see positive changes in the food system. And over the course of today, we're first going to present the vision and some related information on the panels, engage in discussions, and Louise touched on pretty much all of this, but then at the end, we're also going to have discussions that really determine interest level and commitment to moving forward. And so as I'm going through all of these things, I hope that you think about those discussions and also how the work that you do might relate to those and kind of fit into it. So first of all, what exactly is a regional food hub? This is something that our group, in our first couple meetings, spent a lot of time kind of trying to work out exactly what we thought it was. And this is the final definition that we came up with. I'm just going to read this. Regional food hub, an integrated food distribution system to coordinate agricultural production and the aggregation, storage, processing, distribution, and marketing of locally or regionally produced food products. So it's a little bit wordy, but I think that this actually really summarizes what we're going for. And how did we reach this definition? This is sort of a little bit more simplified. We all agreed that aggregation, distribution, and wholesale were kind of the really critical components of what defined a regional food hub. And we boiled it down to that essentially because we wanted a definition that was broad to include a wide range of hub projects and not exclude any that didn't meet a very, very stringent definition. And we also realized that while we are focusing on those three things, that regional food hubs can have any variety of other components, and some of those are listed here that could be associated with the regional food hub, but not critical.
Sharon, can you read those?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, is it hard to read them? We've got light processing, retail grocery on site, permanent farmers market, food access offices or services, job training programs, and mobile vending green carts. There could be more than this. This is just kind of an initial brainstorm. And to kind of demonstrate what I mean by broad, I'm going to show a couple examples of regional food hubs, all from within the Regional Food Hub Advisory Council. So first we have Lisa Brennis, who couldn't be here today, with the Ojai Pixie Growers. There's no formal entity to this group. It's just 40 growers that is an association of growers, and they sell their products together. They only sell pixie, I believe they only sell pixie tangerines, and they don't own any infrastructure. They just utilize available citrus packing house and hire distributors. So very, I want to say loose operation, but something that we're considering a regional food hub. Then we have Alba, which you're going to hear a lot more about later when Tony Serrano talks. This is a nonprofit, so there is an entity here. They sell a variety of fruits and vegetables with their growers. They own a 3,000 square foot facility, 110-acre farm, have a variety of training programs and other things. So this is has many other components that are also involved through Alba. And then finally, we have the San Diego Growers, which is what we're considering an emerging hub, meaning that it's not fully functional as of yet. It's in the feasibility and development stages currently. And this is with Jonathan Reinbold is here representing the San Diego Growers, and I believe Lucila is here today as well. They have not yet incorporated, but will likely be a cooperative. They sell a full range of food products. They're even looking into meats and seafood. And they're working toward, in the feasibility stages right now, creating a distribution center in the north of the county, and also having a public market in San Diego proper that will also facilitate some of their other functions. So while these projects are all, they vary in size, entity, infrastructure, we think that these are all really critical pieces of this network, and so that's why, that's sort of part of the reason that we developed the definition of regional food hubs that we did. So in general, why should we network regional food hubs? This is another one of the primary questions that our group tackled over the course of the last year. And this is basically what we came up with. Support sustainable regionalized food systems, increase opportunities for small and mid-sized farmers, make local foods available to wholesale customers, improve equity throughout the food chain, and increase access to good food in underserved communities. So many of these reasons would be the same that a regional food hub might want to form in general, but we think that networking these throughout the state can really emphasize and heighten all of these impacts. And we also wanted to develop a vision for the Regional Food Hub Network as a group. And this is the definition that we ended up coming up with for this. This is on, I'm not sure you can read this one either. So, Regional Food Hub Network is an entity that will provide assistance in business management and services, and that will amplify the success and impacts of individual hubs. This Regional Food Hub Network will serve and support autonomous regional food hubs through inter-hub brokerage, access to infrastructure, technical assistance, and networking-related hub operations in order to bolster the scale, predictability, and success of regional food production, sales, and consumption. Also quite a wordy definition, but I think it's a good one. So what exactly does this mean when we start to lay it out and look at what this is going to be? We're seeing the Regional Food Hub Network as a nonprofit. So basically the network itself does not own, buy, or sell any products. But the individual member hubs, they pay membership dues to the network in exchange for various goods and services. These membership fees will cover the basic functions of the hub. So just the basic services that I'll get into a little bit later. However, to start it up and to do other pilots or other innovations that would involve more funding, that will probably continue to be funded by grants. So, because the network is intended to support a specific population of small and mid-sized growers throughout the state, who could potentially form the foundation of a really sustainable regionalized food system, It's important that the Regional Food Hub Network, or we think that it's important that they pretty carefully define the parameters of its membership. This would ensure that it's targeting the farmers and the growers